Hi, everybody. I thought that I would make an instructional video to show you how you can go into your LinkedIn profile and look for specific connections of specific people, namely me. I always tell I think all of my clients go into LinkedIn and find recruiters that I'm connected to and connect with them. But knowing how to do that, and there's a real simple way to do that, but knowing how to do that is not really all that user friendly on LinkedIn. So I thought, hey, make a video and explain how to do that. So let's do this. I am going to, let's see. Oh, and okay. So the way that I'm doing this, I want you to be able to see this as easily as possible and figure this out as easily as possible. So I'm actually going to be logging into my husband's LinkedIn account so that you can see from his account how I would go into my connections. So this is exactly what I want you to be doing from your own account. And I'm doing this from the comfort of my husband's recording studio, which looking behind me, it looks like as if Guantanamo Bay had a recording studio. All the cool stuff is like right there, just right out of view. But so that's where I am this evening. So let's see, can I go into share screen? And I think, yeah, this is his. Okay, so let's see. Get rid of some Zoom stuff here. Okay, so all right, so this is Dan's profile. And okay, so now what I'm going to do, and so again, assuming this is and he's a musician, so he's going to have all sorts of crazy stuff on here. Connect with him. He loves connecting with people. Dan Milligan. Let's see. So, what you're going to do, all right, so let me go up to the top here. All right, so I'm going to do a search. And I want all the meeting control. There we go. All right, so I want all of the search functions to come up here. So right now, if I just did a search, we're in the post functions because we did this from his homepage where all the posts are. But I want you to look for people. Okay, so I'm going to click here under people. All right, so now this brings up all of your connections. From here, I'm going to go to all filters. And normally the most intuitive thing to think of right now is that we will go to connections, but that's not it. So we're going to go to all filters here. Now, we're not going to worry about this connections for second, third here. We're going to go to connections of, and you're going to click on add a connection. And this is where you're going to type my name. All right, and then you're going to click on Lauren Milligan. So now here's what we have so far. We're telling LinkedIn that we want to do a search for people, but we want to do a search for people that are specifically connected to Lauren Milligan. Now, again, we're going to be looking for recruiters. Okay, so as I go down here, let's see. All right, so we don't want current company because there are, recruiters work at all different companies. So we don't want to specify, and we want a nice broad search here. So we're not going to specify company, school, industry. Okay, this is where I want you to stop. So where it says add an industry, we're going to add in staffing and recruiting. All right, and that's what we're going to click on. Now, once we click on there, let's take a look at what the other options are. Language, we're not worried about. Service categories, we're not doing anything. Okay, so this is what I wanted to show you. This is where you can get very specific. So because we want to do a broad search, obviously we're not going to specify someone's name, but you might think from here that we're going to type in recruiter, but I don't want you to type in anything here. And the reason is because not every recruiter uses the title recruiter. Okay, some staffing specialist or some own their own recruiting companies, so they go by owner, or lots of different. So I just want to point out here that you're not going to put anything in here. So the only things that you are specifying is that these are connections of Lauren Milligan, that they work in the staffing industry, and that's it. So now showing results, Okay, so 53 results. I am connected to, I guess I should go find out. I don't actually know. I would guess that I am connected to probably 120 or so, maybe a little more than that, recruiters. Dan only, LinkedIn is only showing Dan 53 recruiters, and that's because he only has a certain amount of LinkedIn connections. Actually, we can take a quick look and see how many he is connected to by clicking on my network. He has, okay, well, you know what? He has 359 connections. That's more than I thought. He never uses LinkedIn. Again, connect with him. He'll love it. But so that's actually not that bad. But if he was connected to more people, he'd actually be seeing a lot more than 53 people. Now, by the way, this is not to say that all 53 of these people are recruiters. So you have to go through and, pick some out. So Jeff Straub. And so now all of these people, because you and I are connected on LinkedIn, all of these people will be second degrees to you. So then this is where you can just start going through and seeing which ones that you want to click on. So, well, like here's a great example. So Jody, her headline says sales representative at Gia's Kitchen and Great Discounters Incorporated. That doesn't sound like a recruiter that's going to help someone find an accounting job or IT project management. So not all of these are going to be good connections for you. So you have to go into their profile, read who they are. But then if it does look like a good recruiter, that's when you want to reach out to them. You want to message them or contact them if they've got their email address there and say, hey, Lauren Milligan of Resume Day suggested that I get in touch with you. Okay. And definitely do drop my name. That's what this whole thing is about. Okay, so let's just take a quick look here. Let's see. Okay, so Tim Murphy. So results-oriented recruiter with international reach, strategic talent manager, blah, blah, blah. All right, so what you would do then is click on Tim's profile and then click connect. And by the way, if every once in a while you're going to run into second, maybe even third degree connections where this connect isn't there, all you have to do is click on more and connect will show up. It's not here because it's right there. But if you ever don't see this connect, click on more and that's where it would be. So then you just read through and you say, yeah, you know what? Tim looks like he'd be a good recruiter for me. So I'm going to connect with him. I'm going to use Lauren's name and ask him, what type of positions he's recruiting for right now, what type of candidates he's looking to place. You can do this with every single person that comes up. And please do. This is exactly what LinkedIn is for. This is exactly what LinkedIn is about. Let's see, let's go through and, Kevin. Hi, Kevin. Kevin does some recruiting. He also does some resume writing like I do, and we run in the same circles for speaking and such. Great guy. Okay, so here's another one. So Todd, and he's in California. So he's going to have completely different job postings than than Tim, who's here in Naperville. So this is really good. But here's the other thing. Todd very much could have positions here in Chicago because companies, they are not, they're kind of location agnostic in the fact that if they have, if they've worked well with a recruiter, they may have multiple business areas that they're trying to recruit for and everything. So companies don't only just use local recruiters whatsoever. So you can reach out to people who are in different states than you, and that's just fine. So same thing, you would just go to connect and say, hey, Todd, I'm working with Lauren at Resume Day. She suggested that you and I get in touch. What kind of candidates are you looking to place? Here's who I am. Okay, so let's see. Get out of this, stop share. There we go. Okay, so yeah, I absolutely love this function. It cuts down your search time by a lot. And it's going to help you just kind of, really, really quickly get in touch with the people that you're looking for. You can do this for any number of areas too. If you're looking to find, if you're looking to connect with people for informational interviews. So let's say that you're getting into the accounting field and you want to find maybe I am connected with accountants that you can hold informational interviews with, or just ask a couple questions, or with anybody, with any of your connections. It's just a fantastic way to really home in on the right people as quickly as possible. So I hope that this has been useful for you. This particular search function, like I said, I use it all the time, so I know it's useful for me. Yeah, so there you go. Hope it makes your LinkedIn experience that much more enjoyable. All right, you have a great evening, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.